Welcome back. Crypto's juiciest news, baby dolls, crypto markets, boring as hell. We have Bitcoin, green monthly candle though. That's pretty nice. What else is there to see? I've been watching everyone out there in crypto, man. There's just like, friends, the content has dropped off everywhere, man. I didn't think I was just last man standing on PulseChain. I'm last man standing for the whole damn industry. What are they doing? They're literally doing nothing, okay? There's nothing to do. The Bitcoin weekly chart, I'll show it to you now. Still green, back towards the 21 EMA. Just to show you, I think I've seen on, there's the M2 money supply fractal that Colin likes to use. Don't rely on all this stuff, by the way, this little fractal stuff. But there is a little dippity dip thing. And then by the end of April, it goes up. Okay, so if we follow it one for one, it is what it is. I mean, you've come this far anyway. Like, it's really, what else are you going to do? Now, we have the Ethereum chart still in a freak accident zone. 4 red monthly candles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, that sucks. So, man, 4 red monthly candles, friends, is total, utter disaster. There's no other way to put it. And it is the large domino that's basically fallen and made the rest of us dominoes fall over. And it really is outside of our control. If I go and check out Bitcoin dominance, here it is still hanging around out here. Very stubborn. Refuses to go down. Oh, it's because of wBTC. We're witnessing, you know, Donald Trump, the tariffs and stuff out here. We saw the survey expectations. Shout out to the baby doll. My Telegram, he told me about it, I think. The survey expectations for ISM. ISM, I think, comes out April 1st, friends. But I think the estimate number, the estimate's already out. And it's around 50.3. It's around 50.3. So this is like wild, man. It's still going to be like almost like it's just a long time. We get alt season stuff at ISM 52 plus. That's the green line here. That's traditionally, however, here's the thing, okay? ISM is backward looking. They compile the data. Okay, so what they're doing is they're asking people. So it comes out in I think it's February's data. You know, they collect. So February, So February happens, and then they spend all of March compiling it, and then as soon as they've compiled it, they release it to you. So that's pretty much what you're trying to look at here. That's why all these data points and stuff out here, they're trying to get it up to date as possible, but that's just the nature of the reality. And if you want to know, hey, Tommy, what's the best indicator of the future? Well, it's the prices, man. The price of the market. They're pricing the stuff now. So you can already tell prices are pretty poop. ISM ain't going to be the hottest thing. Now, I've also been watching, friends, lots of, watching Ivan and everyone else out here. Man, it's Ivan's entertaining. Ivan's cool. Politics and stable coins and stuff out here. Screw all of it, okay? I'll give you the juice. The juice is you're my friend, number 1. And number 2, Stablecoin Wars. I made the video, man. So, like, obviously, I'm literally a fart in the wind compared to Richard Fart when it comes to predicting a narrative in the future, because my one was like 3 months ago. Wow, I could predict stable coins. So I was thinking about it end of last year, but yeah, man, like Q4 2024. All right. Richard's been thinking about this since 2021. 4 years ago. And I was 4 months ago. So that's awesome, right? That's why he's the founder of a multi-billion-dollar market cap ecosystem cryptocurrency. And I just have a squeaky chair and pointy elbows. But also, don't knock the pointy elbows and don't knock Spoonie. Everyone's been waiting and watching. How did I survive to fend off all the soy boys? You know how. Spoonie's been here the whole time. Never left my side. Continuing now, friends. I never thought I'd hear the day. Senator Bernie Moreno has said SEC Chair Gensler was one of the stupidest people in government. I got to hear this myself. I haven't even watched the video. Let's see what he says. Let's go.
I'll start with you, Mr. Atkins. Man, you just have to be able to breathe and not be a complete raging lunatic, and you're going to be the greatest SEC commissioner compared to the last guy. I mean, congratulations on coming after Gary Gensler, who objectively probably was one of the stupidest people in government.
Oh my God. Wow. Whoa. Get the fire extinguisher, man. This guy's cooked. You've literally cooked him. I did not ever think I'd see a dude in, like, you know, the wooden background, the politics things, saying, man, this guy's wow, cooked. Literally cooked. Went after Richard Hart as well. Went after my bags. Suck it. Now, listen, friends, that evil dark force that plagued the guzzler, it will come back later on. But the pendulum swung just in our favor. You know, we're in a bit of disbelief right now. So let's enjoy that part. Just quickly, friends, I was talking to my friend, Mr. Maxi, and I had this video of BallietBran up. So BallietBran, I just wanted to share with you this story because yeah, it's given me some memory. So Brandy Boo, he was one of the first kids I like watched in the pHEX community when I was like watching it. I think what ended up happening was, I forgot the exact story. He was working in a warehouse. You know, he's 18 years old, just working in a warehouse. I think he put like $100 into pHEX, I think at the bottom. I forget the exact story, but I think it's roughly around that. So he put like $100 bucks, and yeah, man, it turned into literally, that's 10,000x from that is $1 million, and you're staked. You know, you get even more inflation on the yield, might become 2 million. But that's at the top. So I don't know if it's like, you're working a job again, sir? Did you retire? Did you sell? I don't know. But he was like pushed by the community forward, because probably by Richard telling people, because he was a young kid, success story. He looked up to Richard. I always remember him talking about, you know, I see Richard as like my older brother. He's warning me about scams. He's teaching me about crypto and stuff out here. So, Bran, I haven't seen him lately. As you notice, friends, this is a very, very common thing with the community. Yeah, they're like 1 year ago, 2 years ago. Like, he's got videos from like 3 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people gone. Everyone's gone. Everyone's just like left on Twitter. That's most crypto. It just does this cycle and stuff out here. But I get it, bro. What are you going to talk about? Price is down 99%. If you didn't think that'd happen, the Richard Hart pHEX FUD threw everyone off March 2024. Boy, did that throw everyone off. Talk about a throw off, right? Threw me off. I didn't know it was orchestrated, bro. Now I can tell it was orchestrated. Back then, that's probably why. Maybe I earned some respectimacles from people out there, because I thought that was like from the heart. That was me saying, no, I'm standing up. What, because you change your mind in 5 seconds? I got to change my mind? No, I don't have to change my mind, bro. What you said the first 400 times for those 2 years was correctamo. Right? And then that was like, whoa. And every single argument people said, same thing about pDAI stuff right now. So they go, whoa. And it just turns out now, Rich is probably leaning back going, yeah, shook out the weak hands. See you later, BankX and all the other jeets. Thank you. Get rid of your supply down here, so I can carry us later on. Maybe it really does feel like that now looking back. I wonder if there's a biblical shakeout in pDAI going on right now that's similar as well. Oh, do we have a bit of green here? Uh-oh, better not tell Richard. Maybe FUD wave number 11 will start. That's funny. So it reminds me exactly like that. I'm glad I could figure out BankX thing was probably orchestrated. I'm glad. Because, yes, you don't like seeing like an Elon Musk guy, like Richard Hart, so planned, just like losing it. You just don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. Because you're like, oh, crap, man. Does that mean everything else is in question? Have you done this before? You don't know. You don't know, right? I think that's why it is orchestration. I'm allowed to think that. You're allowed to think that. You can think whatever you want. Okay? We've got the world's greatest DEX, PulseChain, decentralized exchange. We have PulseChain, the greatest blockchain in crypto. Free speech, right? All these freedom of movement, free speech. It's real crypto. People can't stop you. You want to transact, you want to send messages on the chain, do it. It's freer than the internet. So I wanted to show you that story. I wanted to show you Bran out here. Hope he's doing well as well. I remember he started following me once in 2022, but yeah, so like that's what happened, friends. You know, they make $1 million and everything's good. He was a very humble kid. He stayed in the same place. He still got the HEX posters. I remember him having the HEX posters. I remember he had a sister or something. I don't remember. I don't know. How you doing, Brandy? Yeah, so I remember these stories, and they were pushed to the front, and just to show everyone, like, oh wow, like we changed someone's life. I actually changed someone's life. You know, he's working in the warehouse factory, and he always remained humble. He didn't go blow anything. Yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks though. If you had 2 million at the top, yeah, down. Let's say after staking something, he's down right now 98%. Man, that's wild, bro. Yeah. You got like what 40 grand now? Maybe he's working a job. I'm just like thinking about, yeah, man, that's rough. But that's why maybe it helps to be humble, and as well in markets, friends. Like you always hear this part. Okay, they're like, the money's not yours till you click sell. They always say that. But, yes, it is true. But, okay, 9 times out of 10, when you hear that, it's from a person who's coping. Okay? I'm just telling you. Yeah, that's a fact. However, what they're saying is true. Okay? But it is from a coper. Okay? That's why I don't just listen to someone, oh, you're a coper. I don't go block everything out. I listen to what they're saying. Okay, but listen, you are a coper. 9 out of 10 things you say is a cope. This is also cope, but there is truth. You know what I mean? But I'm here 18 hours a day. You know what I mean? So there's thousands of things in this world I can't do. The only Italian I know is bonjour. So you know what I mean, fans? Everyone's got their own, like, is it even talent? I'm just here 18 hours a day. That's pretty much it. So what you gather from that, that's up to you how you interpret it. Now, ISM forecast, we spoke about it. It's still 50, goes month by month, but the prices move first. Okay, so if there's going to be friendship and kindness, the price will already be moving up first. Okay, but when you see like we'll be in some sort of like, there would be altcoins going up, and then I'll go, oh, the ISM's 52, guys, and you're like, yeah, we're feeling it, but I'll be saying, you know, coin leans could be over in a few months, and I was like, no, waited so long, so we'll see. I mentioned his Stablecoin Wars heat up. I might get through this. Actually, I've got to go through this now. This is really important. Okay. Yeah, it's pDAI related. Yeah, it's pDAI related. Yeah, it is. All right. And yes, a nipple will be pegged. Okay. A nipple will be pegged. Actually, both of them. We're going full. We're going to the full nipple pegs. All right. We need now a stable coin that's decentralized more than ever. Okay. Look at this. So, Nick Cannon, the full draft of the Stablecoins Act of 2025 was released yesterday. This thread will have a few key takeaways. There are no yield-bearing stablecoins. So this is a Chainlink Maxi. He's awesome. Fishy catfish. Banks writing the laws. It's illegal for banks to pay you interest. Okay? So they're saying is banks are writing the stablecoin laws. Then they're making it illegal to give yield in crypto. They're making it illegal. Why is that? It's because, friends, if you have access to USDC, if you have access to a stablecoin in your wallet, everyone in the world can access you. That means everyone in the world has a US bank account. Okay, and you might be saying, hey, what's wrong with that? Well, banks, remember, they got to get your deposit in there, and the government allows them to mint inflation on that. So, actually, I learned that off Richard, actually. I didn't know that I thought banks work like Aave, where if you go get a loan, they're using deposits to do that. They're not. They're just printing shit out of thin air. I did not know that. When I first heard that, I was in so much disbelief. I was like, I thought this guy's lying to me. He's trying to steal my money. I remember that. I promise you. That was the first thought. Because Richard, he's really smart, right? He's really smart. He doesn't stumble. That's why he sounds like a lot of people just say he's a scammer for that way. So I remember actually, Richard, I sent you a voicemail. No, a voice Telegram message like years ago, like 2021. And I think maybe 2022. Before, obviously, yeah, during the PulseChain sacrifice or something on the way down. I remember you said something like, why does everyone think I'm a scam, right? And then I remember like I figured it out. Because I thought about it. I go, why did I think I didn't even know, right? And then I messaged him. I go, hey, the reason why they think you're a scam is because you can speak for 3 hours and you don't stutter. That's why. And it's true. Friends, there's a stream of Richard. You guys know which one it is. I forgot which one exactly. The guy hadn't slept in like 25 hours. And he literally, I don't know how, he didn't skip a beat. He didn't stumble. He didn't stutter. He was still working. He was like reading these comments, you know, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, I'm not watching a human right now. I'm not watching a human right now. This guy hasn't slept in God knows how long. Right. There's probably like, you know, midnight servings at the sandwich shop downstairs. You know, I was in disbelief. Right. He was talking about like complex stuff. And I'm like, dude, he didn't stumble once, stutter. Nothing. I couldn't believe it, right? So that's why I let him know when I finally figured it out. I'm like, oh, that's why we think that, because you look like the Terminator. That's why. The Terminator doesn't stutter. It's like programmed, right? But then that's why. It's very interesting. Now, back onto the stablecoin stuff, friends. We need a decentralized stablecoin more than ever, okay? So banks, right, they don't want you and I to get interest on a stablecoin. So you're forced to keep it in a bank. That's exogenous storage of the money. So DAI is the world's first endogenous storage of a stable coin, okay? Because it's crypto backed. That's why Richard likes MakerDAO. Okay. Now, it's very interesting because, yes, we're touching on a highly sensitive topic, friends. Okay, this is, I'm not, look, I'm telling you now, this is a nuclear bomb hazard danger signal. Okay, I need to get to red alert. You are making a tool. That's what Nikolai, friends, rest in peace, Nikolai. That's what MakerDAO did. Okay, you made a tool code that is crypto backed. So you made. This is, remember, there's a countries over here, and then we have the internet crypto, right? So we have another system. So we have the system outside of the system backed by this new system, which is $1 backed. Okay. That is red alert threat. Red alert threat. Okay. That's literally like you just found out they split the hydrogen atom. Right, and you're like, uh-oh, nuclear bomb's coming next. You know, you're watching scientists do that, and you're like the rival country, like, oh crap, we know what happens after this. Okay, do you see how dangerous that is? That's why this Stablecoin Act, they're gonna try to do all this stuff. That's why now we need a decentralized crypto more than ever, and it can't have anyone's name. And if you look at it from that perspective, it makes sense, right? So Richard's gonna be founder of PulseChain, founder of PulseX, founder of pHEX, right? Deployer of PulseChain stuff. Stop right there. Okay? Stop right there. I don't know about anything else. La 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 la. I can hear you. La 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 la. pDAI. More like pDAI. Am I right? Can't hear you. And Maria as well. Okay? Kentucky Fried Chicken Maria. Okay? I didn't arrest BitBoy. So now you get to see it. Does it make sense now? Okay? It's just probably... A lot of you're learning this for the first time. You're like, oh, why didn't Richard tell us? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Why didn't Richard tell us? Let's just let it all play out. How about that? Shout out to my friend, Mr. Jerky Turkey as well. The Ghibli thing on ChatGPT, I got to look that up and see how. That's awesome. Look at this cute cartoon, man. This is really, really cool cartoon stuff. F-Banks only need 9mm exchange. That's awesome as well. So 9mm exchange, they have a great aggregator, 9x.9mm.pro, friends. I made a post about it. Yeah, the aggregators, you got to use them on PulseChain. I used all of them. Half the coins don't work here and there. Slippage is random. Gas fee estimation issue. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Rabby, MetaMask is just, you know, all these other stuff. Also, on the topic of Rabby, friends, as I said, Rabby. A Rabby wallet is awesome. Better than MetaMask. But they're no longer supporting PulseChain. And this is a load of shit. Okay, Rabby, we know, bro. Just come out and say it. You don't like Richard. Okay, don't give her this bullshit excuse. they said, oh, we considered multiple factors like the volume and the users. Bro, what the hell are you talking about? What are the volume and the users, bro? We're like rank 5 on Dex Screener. What do you mean volume and users? Volume and users. What are you talking about? And by the way, do you want to see a joke? Have you ever heard of duck chain? Duck, quack quack. You haven't. Well, I hadn't either. But apparently, so you can't even look it up, bro. Apparently, Rabby have supported duck chain. Literally duck chain, bro. What the hell is duck chain? Crypto, Rabby. Let me look at that up. Here it is. Duck chain. My gosh. And you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I want to buy some. What is on this thing? It's a cute duck. You know what I mean? Like, you can't argue with that. Duck chain. What's it for? Rabby supports them. This is just yeah, man. Let's look at that roadmap. Chain abstraction feature. Duck hackathon. University accelerator. Yeah, they're all bullshit anyway, but that's funny. Okay, so there's not even on Dex Screener. You support them. Just say, friends. And by the way, just to let everyone in the community know, okay? Everyone on PulseChain, just so you know, okay? You don't have to take my word for it, but I'll tell you anyway, okay? In 99.999% of all these cases, why won't you support our chain? Why won't you list our coin? Why did you take our money and then take it back out and then like won't relist our coin? Why? Richard's the answer. Okay? Every time. Every time. Not one time. Every time. Okay? I hear rumors down the grapevine. But I had a dude, I don't want to say like the name. I had a dude, let's say he wears a collared shirt. Let's say he's like clean shaven. Let's say he knows people in the industry who may or may not know people who are brokers, who may or may not know, you know, exchanges and stuff out here, who fed me some info. They hate Richard's guts, okay? So I heard it like once. I'm like, oh, these people just... Then I heard it the second time, and I was like 3 months later, I'm like, okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. It's all Richard, okay? So it's not the tech. It's not the community. It's not the volume. It's not the trading stuff. It's Richard, okay? It's Richard. Okay, it is what it is. Now, it is for every reason. Is it the twerking on stage? Is it... I don't know what it is, okay? It's part of that. Okay, so it is what it is. So, well, obviously, I don't care. But I think it's just for you guys to know. Don't feel bad about yourself. You know what I mean, friends? Like for example, if you're a young man and you go out, there are some sick, twisted girls out there. They just like guys with rounded elbows. You know? You got pointy elbows like me, she's never going to like you, man. And honestly, you don't want her to like you. Right? She's literally a pump-tires JPEG coin. She's got about 72 hours in her. You're going to be calling the Uber to get her out, and you're going to be blocking her as soon as she walks out the door. Okay? You don't want to know them. These people, friends, you ever heard that saying? It's like the red pill type of like, you know, young guys dating thing where they go, women don't want to marry, you know, the guy starting his journey or whatever. They wait at the finish line and they marry the winners of the race. Yes, that's what most of these exchanges are. Okay, and you know who knows that more than anyone? Richard, dude. Richard. Why do you think they got the pToken airdrop? Oh, but show me! Richard said the pTokens are dead. No, they're not. No, they're not. I don't care what he said, bro. I listened to Blockchain Richard, okay? Blockchain Richard still likes pHEX. pTokens aren't dead, all right? pHEX is still alive. pHEX is a pToken. Yes, it is, okay? No amount of word salad up and down. No, but it's different. No, admin keys, blah, blah, blah. No. Is it a pToken? Yes, it is. In fact, it's the highest market cap pToken. Okay? You can't take that away from anyone. It's a pToken. Okay? Now, if you want to go into... No, but you're playing on words. He's referring to all the other ones he didn't found. What do you mean found? What do you mean found? Did he found pHEX? Did he? If he founded pHEX, that means he's the founder of pDAI. I think you've got yourself a debacle there, don't you? Do you say he founded pHEX? That means he founded pDAI. He said he didn't found pDAI. Okay, he didn't found pHEX then. So friends, going around this word salad of like vernacular stuff out here, it's a translation to, I see a red candle, I don't want to buy it. That's all I see. That's literally all I see, all I hear. La 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 la, red candle, I don't care, I don't like to buy them. I want to buy the red candle, I want to buy the green candles. Of course you do, bro. I've got green candles here too. Beeswax honey, soy-free, hexagon-shaped, scentless. Green candles are coming, friends. Just got to wait a little bit longer. Now let's check out some sexy fractals here. This is what we have coming to crypto next, maybe. Okay, this is blockchain backer. He's very adamant. We're going to see something like this, where Bitcoin is like, I think, in this down phase, and it continues. This is Bitcoin from its past, and here, perhaps this is the next Bitcoin part. It goes up, and it just stalls, and he expects somewhere in like June, we have the final blow off. Okay, you know this price, if you equate it, it's an extension of the fib. It lands at $126,000 BTC, and he says cycle's over at that point. Okay, now that's just guessing, bro. I don't know, man. Is the cycle going to be over in 90 days? I don't see euphoria. Cycles, you know, so, but that it is what it is, okay? People just, and it's not, he's not thinking about crypto, he's thinking about the stock market and rotation and stuff out here. But I just wanted to show you that. And it would be a decent place to trap him, right? Because no one's going to sell at 125K Bitcoin. Because they're all holding for 150, remember? I know all the KOLs. They're all your favorite KOLs, name them. Yes, him. Yes, him. Yes, her. Yes, him. And yes, him too. All of them. They want to sell at 150K BTC, okay? So what about if it stops at 125? Something to think about. I found this interesting as well. These are the pToken updates of the day. pDAI and pUSDC are pegged, and they're plus green, and everything else is red. Very interesting, just to see and think about. Here, Eric Wall. I was one of the engineers Richard Hart asked help from. I did the initial feasibility analysis and gave him the crucial Aragon client recommendation, which they adopted. That was in May 2022. So, interesting, right? So, Eric Wall is an advisor, technically, to PulseChain. Wow. I want to start calling Eric that. Eric Wall, advisor to PulseChain. That's funny. Why it's funny, friends, is because he's embarrassed about it right now. Yeah. But then when the candles go up, just rug the name from him. That'd be funny. Call him this PulseChain hater on the way up, but call him PulseChain advisor on the way down. That'd be funny. That's what we should start doing. I'll do it right now. And I've started it right now. Monkey see, monkey do, make a monkey take a poop with you. Now look at this. Just posting it right here. Eric, man, that's funny because he's so embarrassed. But that's what you want, but isn't that what you want? Total embarrassment. That means prices are cheap. I've got some more charts coming here for you. If you're an XRP or anything else out here, BCB's got some fractals where it just starts to just grind up. He still thinks XRP is going to hit like around $8, which is a fourth fib extension on the market cap chart, not the US dollar chart. If you use the US dollar chart, the highest fib gets you like $12.80. But if you use the market cap chart, you only get like $8.50 for XRP. And that's because Cripple have been dumping like 6% of the supply every year, inflation, for like a long time, like, 10 years, right? 10 years. So since the start. And that 6% inflation token dump, that's what happens. That they get the token, they've been dumping along the way. That's why the chart is like that. Here's another look at that XRP chart. So the thing is, friends, maybe XRP just leads for this cycle. Maybe it continues up, as you get to see. Now, this is a daily, very short time frame. So I just want everyone to win, man. This is the PulseChain core coin snapshot. Really weird. pDAI's up. Everything else literally down. Really weird because pDAI and pWBTC are bonded. So some shenanigans have happened here. They're literally bonded, and it's just literally one green, one red. Okay, so I wonder who's out there buying. Or probably no one's buying. Probably nothing, right? I've got my baby doll friend here, Mr. Eagle Eye Est. Sami, I know you believe in remote viewing. So I've got a video here.
He's been tweeting out. recently in the past few days, seeming very confusingly, which we're gonna find out whether he's completely addressing the fact that there may or may not be an exploiter and that somebody's minting this pDAI, and we don't know if it's a good or bad thing because he's being kind of weird with the way that he's putting it out there, as we'll see. So we're gonna pull in a bunch of people here. We need to pull in Richard Hart. We're gonna pull in, well, this person who may or may not be the exploiter.
That's awesome, sir. We had more time to go through. Please let me know the results. Did you remote view the Vietnamese kid's dong? I'd like to know the status of his dong right now, please. But so far, so good. This is the pDAI long-term chart. Here we are right here. That's a weekly chart. A lot of people just checking out, checking out PulseChain core coins, friends. Bleeding down. I've even seen right now, my friend Trevor, I think he made a poll. Do you regret sacrificing? So I just threw you. I don't have an opinion. Okay, haven't thought about it. But interesting. 60% 40. Man, that's strong. Wow, man, we got a strong cult, friends. That should be 99%. Pulse is down 75% after 4 years. PulseX is down that much after 4 years too. Hex is down 99%. You don't regret sacrifice. That's awesome, man. I'm bullish as hell. 60%. Think about that. 60% regret it. Wow. So 40%, man, it's just like politics, man. It's there with you forever, for life, There's like 40 one side, 40 the other side, and like the middle 10 to 20 swing. Man, we got a good cult. We got a cracker cult here. Man, you're down after 4 years. You still don't want to leave. Awesome. I guess you're here for life then. We are going to win then. I bet you watch real time. Real time. That's awesome. Even look at this. Maximus, Heximus. I don't, but I probably should. I sacrificed USD. People holding Hex were up 10 to 20x when they sacrificed. What I really regret is buying Hex the whole way down from 45 cents to 1 cent. What a waste of capital. Should have been in Bitcoin or Ethereum. My friend. Now take it a step further, my friend, baby doll, Mr. Maximus Heximus. Let's see if he's a friend. Yeah, he is a friend. Confirmed friend. You know what, sir? I can't remember. Let me know. If you were fighting me, let me know so I can block and mute you. But I think I remember you being nice. Yeah, there's a couple. Someone else had like a very similar name to you. Similar glasses. They were crying in the casino a few times. So just forgive me if I'm wrong about that. But if you're anti-Sommy, just start spitting venom at me just so I remember. Now, you notice how you said you bought it on the way down, you regret it. Look, I'm just going to get something out here for you, okay? Have you watched my video about the biggest problem in crypto right now, last year? Let me refresh your memory. The biggest problem in crypto is that in a bear market, it goes for like 3 years and everyone leaves. Yeah, they leave all the altcoins pretty much. So whoever can solve how to keep people in a bear market, you're on $1 trillion ID. And I'm not making it up. $1 trillion ID. Okay? I believe one of the ways to solve it, Richard Hart's been thinking about, stablecoin. Because if you hold the core coins, they're volatile as shit. Yeah? But if you hold the stable coin as well, you're in a symbiotic system. You have the stable coins to buy the dip of the core coins. Yeah? And then the core coins, you trade them into the stable coin in a bull market. Right? Now, obviously the best thing to do is not to do that because it's a game of winners and losers. Okay? But you get the point. Okay? If everyone's in the system, now you have a true network, a city growing. Okay? Does this start to make sense? Now you can be risk off by holding the stable coin. And by you holding the stable coin, remember friends, I made that video with HeartDAI. We saw that they were testing, Richard's team obviously, they were testing the reserve protocol. The reserve protocol has the reserve for the dollar stable coin. There's 3 defense mechanisms for the peg. Right? Number 3 would be the origin address collateral. Number 2 would be something else for what it is. And I think number one, so the first line of defense is people holding the currency. They're giving a little inflation yield. Okay, so you can see this multi-level defense, like a castle fortress. You're holding the line. So maybe that's the vision in the future. Because if you have the stablecoin friends, imagine you're not even like, you're feeling risk off. Yeah. But if you have the stablecoin, you're still like in the system. You're still in crypto. You're like half a foot in, right? You're ready to deploy at any time. But if you sell and leave and walk away, man, like, you know, you got to go back to the bank account. You got to throw it in. You got to do this in the bridge. Do you see now? Do you see the vision now? Now, when I was talking about it, it was still too far for many people to see. But I can now see what Richard sees. I guess Richard's like 3 years ahead, and then I find out, and then I'm like 6 months ahead of everyone, right? Which is still a very long time in crypto. Friends, if someone is 1 year ahead in crypto, you're actually 4 years in the real world. You multiply crypto time by 4. So Richard being 3 years ahead, he's actually 12 years ahead, yeah? Me being 6 months ahead, I'm more like 2 years ahead, right? So that's ultimately what it comes down to. So that was a great comment. Do you regret sacrificing? Of course, friends. Yeah, you want the prices to go and move everything. But look, man, it might just work out at the end where there's a silver lining. Where you're like, look, because you sacrificed, you're really forced to be convicted and learn. And it allowed you to hold higher and discover some other coins that may or may not have potential. It could be that, okay? So then just don't write it off yet. Don't forget, it loves you. Like, subscribe. Catch you soon.